basically, two weeks ago, the guy pulled out, I think it was Holland for the D-Rod fight or whatever. And my manager called me like that morning and was like, all right, like, would you fight at 70? Like, this is a fight I like for you or whatever. And I was like, I'm like 169 right now, but I'll fight at 70. And then they kind of threw my name out there. And then my manager, Brian Butler, basically just confirmed for me like last week the Contender Series, and I was going to be on in August. But he said just stay ready because, you know, like right now with the whole pandemic, everything going on in the world, and, you know, fighters pull out regularly anyway. And then most of the fights are going to be here in Vegas. He said, hey, make sure you stay ready. And so I was just doing as much as I can to stay ready. And then this morning called me and was like, hey, this is just a rumor, but I think Austin Hubbard's going to be looking for an opponent in Vegas. So just do what you got to do. Make sure your weight's good. Make sure you're ready. And I was just like, all right, cool. And then a couple hours later called me, was trying to like, he was like, oh man, like, and then like told me he got it, but was trying to make it sound like I didn't get it or whatever. And I'm not much of a celebrator. Like, my coaches and Brian, my manager, were a lot more like excited than me, but like, I'm excited, but like, I got work to do. Like, this isn't, it's not the time to congratulate me. I don't think I've done anything yet. There's a lot of hype and stuff behind me, but I don't know. I think it's earned, the hype, but I have a lot more to prove to myself and to everyone else. So I haven't been getting too excited. And I think that's important for me to stay calm and stuff to be able to perform my best anyway. And then what are your thoughts on Hubbard and how do you see the fight going? I think Hubbard's super tough. He has good cardio. He's fought like Davey Ramos and Mark Madsen. I've trained with Madsen. He's prepared for some of the best grapplers in the world, and obviously everyone knows that's what I'm good at. I see all my fights have been early finishes, right? But I don't necessarily go out there and look for an early finish. So, you know, I'm just going to go out, feel what's happening, see what he's going to give me. I'm a very methodical fighter. I'm not a brawler, go out there and trade and shit like that. I'm very calculated. And so I'll see where the fight goes. My coaches are always talking like game plans, what do I want to do? I'm like, I don't know what I want to do until I get in there. I know from training every day what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. But I do have a wide variety of skills. I can kind of take it different places in the fight. Do you think you'd be in the UFC by this time? I did. I turned pro, I can't remember, a few years ago, and I thought I'd have like 15 fights by now. It's been a lot harder to get fights than I thought it was going to be. But it is what it is. Things happen for a reason. I think once this COVID thing started too, I was just like, okay, if they do fights in Vegas, there's going to be people pulling out. I'm going to stay ready. I know I'll get that call. Me and my coach kind of agreed. We just tried to stay as ready as we possibly could. And it happened. I think the whole pandemic situation kind of worked out in my favor. What are your thoughts on fighting at the Apex in front of no audience? I was really hoping that like my first UFC fight was going to be on like a big pay-per-view card in front of a bunch of people and stuff like that. But just I have so much experience sparring in boxing and MMA both, that in a gym in front of very few people, quiet, small cages, small rings, big cages, doesn't really matter. I kind of like it because I listen to my coach's corner. I mean, to my opponent's corner. So I'll be able to hear what they're saying. And it'll be nice. It's kind of like wrestling a little bit. But it'll be a little bit different. It'll be fun. I'll be able to think. And then anything else you'd like to say to the fans? Anything I'd like to say to the fans? What do I want to say to the fans?
Thanks.
Just tune in. You're going to see something you've never seen a wrestler do before. Peace.